Tangrowth is the 8th raid of the Christmas event. It is the first 4-star raid that we've seen. It requires all 3-star raids completed, so don't even try it if you haven't completed those. Get to them. It's the first challenge that we've seen that it wasn't a 6-star raid, in my opinion. I will say from the get-go, it is permasun, and I believe that there was a bug when it first came out that you could change the weather. People were using things like Drizzle Pelipper to enable hurricane strats and then bait solar beams to make the fight much easier and avoid the ancient power procs that Tangrowth will get. When you use Sun, obviously the fire types are weak to rock. It will spam ancient power and get omni boosts occasionally. So I believe that's no longer possible. I'll try to confirm that at some point and post in the guide. But otherwise, yeah, it's a very challenging fight. You can't change weather as far as I'm aware now, and if you were able to before, it was a bug. So quick mechanics rundown. There's Sun at 100%, growth at 75%. We like that growth, and I'll explain why in a bit. Ingrain is at 50% where it heals, and then the adaptation happens at 30%. That's when you have to start bringing in your bug and ice types. And there's a bit of care taken on the turn when that adaptation happens. You want to make sure that you'll have like a fast fire attacker, and then the bugs and ice types go after. Its moveset doesn't matter all that much other than the fact that it has Earthquake, and that's where the growth comes into play. We want it to cast Earthquake, we want all of our mons to die, and we want it to not use Ancient Power. So if there's an opportunity to bait Earthquake by giving it more attack stats, that's good. Another point of consideration is to bring non-flying types so that it will more often see a one-hit KO with Earthquake rather than the Ancient Power. Every time it casts Earthquake, that's 2 opportunities down because it's a spread move. It uses 2 boss actions. That's 2 Ancient Powers that it can't cast. So keep that in mind. You want to bait Earthquakes as much as possible. And that means that we also do not haze that growth. We're trying to avoid hazing as much as possible so its attack stays up. I'm going to throw up a turn by turn here so you can kind of see what this will play out like, just because there is a bit of kind of intricacy to it. So the first half of the fight is pretty straightforward. It's Tailwind to start, and then just all Sun for the first 3 turns. So player 1, if you want to call it that, player 1 slots Tailwind. It's then all Sun damage all the way through the 3rd turn. We're hoping for as minimal ancient power procs as possible. If you get 2, it's pretty much a go next, mostly because of the speed. You can kind of out damage it, but once it has +2 speed and chlorophyll, you're kind of SOL. So if you can deal with the +2 or +1, or you can deal with the +1, but then if you get +2 in the first 4 turns, basically it might be a go next. You can try and burn through it. Then on turn 4, heal block is going to be used. It will actually ingrain once before then. It'll go off after turn 3. We're going to allow that. Basically, we're allowing that heal to proc during the Sun phase because we can get more damage in with our Sun attackers much more easily. And then the heal block will last the rest of the fight, essentially. It lasts 2 turns, so it will deny the heal on turns 4 and turn 5. Then on turn 6, you should down the boss before it can heal again, so it won't matter then. Then the adaptability switch will also happen this turn, so you need a fast fire type attacker. Charizard's an easy pick here. Anything else that's faster than your bug or ice types are good. So keep that in mind. For bugs and ice types, you can do things like Vanillix, Glaceon, Jinx, Bug Buzz, Volcarona are all great. So that there's just some easy options for people to pick. Turn 5 is our Tailwind and Haze turn, so we're going to assume that there is at least 1 Ancient Power proc at this point, maybe 2. You can maybe use that Hazer at a different point during the fight if you absolutely need to, and then hope to get lucky. But basically, you have the 1 Haze for the whole fight. We found that having a second Hazer just wasn't viable. We kind of ran out of damage, basically. So we're just hoping to get lucky with 1. You may be able to skirt by with 2, but I would recommend just trying to deal with only 1. Ancient Power doesn't proc that often. It's a 10% chance. So just hoping for the only like 1 boost in the first and second half of the fight. So it's Tailwind, Haze, Bug, and Ice type attacks on 5 and per 5, and then it's just all damage on 6. You'll want to save your boosting, like your good boosting items for late. So you want your choice specs, your life orbs, and maybe a gem potentially for the Bug and Ice type users. You'll be starved for damage then, where your Sun type attackers will have no trouble burning through with like charcoals and a +1 special defense from the Omni boost. So definitely save the good items for late. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much the whole thing. Sorry that if you're paying attention to the recording, it's not the one that we actually down the boss on. I forgot to record. So sorry about that. I'd rather get the video out than do it again. Thank you for watching. Good luck, and more guides coming out soon. Good luck with Tangrowth. This one's tough. Good luck, especially to those solo queuing. And yeah, I wish you the best. Have fun later.